When you come to a tractor show like the Appalachian Antique Farm Show here in Gray, Tennessee, you come to understand real quickly that all this doesn't happen without a lot of good leadership and good volunteers. Terry Sensabaugh, you're the 2017 president of the Tri-State Antique Power Association. Tell me a little bit about how this show comes together.
Well, it's a year-long preparation, and we start right after this show ends. We start making arrangements with our vendors, our great sponsors, and we do have some good ones. So it's a lot of work, and I can't take a lot of that credit. You know, I've got a good team around me, and you can look around and you can see, you know, we've had very few problems. This thing has come together nicely, been blessed by some great weather. And we'll meet Monday night for our monthly meeting, and we'll get started all over again.
Your 2017 show featured garden tractors. What kind of response did you get?
Tremendous. Some of the board members thought a couple of years ago, well, are you sure? We may not get that much support, or, you know, folks bringing their stuff out, but I'll tell you what, we got some members, they specialize in this equipment, and it's been great. You know, over the years we've featured Fords, we've featured all different colors, but to let these guys do this, it's been great, overwhelming. And
I know one of your big sponsors year in and year out is Food City, and your Ford tractor ended up in a Food City grocery store, is that right?
Actually, my tractor is set in a Food City store each of the last 4 years for almost the whole month. It's good for us, it's good for them, I hope. You know, they give us great sponsorship. Hopefully we can help them promote their locally grown concept and helping local farmers. And, you know, it's been a privilege for me, you know, to set this machine in their store and see folks walk by and what's a tractor doing in a major grocery store, you know, but it's all good. It's been great.
Now let's talk about your Ford tractor. Tell us the year, the make, the model, and a little bit about it.
This is 1961 Ford Selecto Speed. It was bought in '63 by my grandfather, and he found it in Morristown, Tennessee, and the Selecto Speed was what he wanted, but it wasn't what his son wanted because it had a reputation of not being very reliable. Ford has some problems with it. They worked them out. It turned out to be a great unit. It just takes minor maintenance, change the oil, you know, just give it some tender care, and it's been fine.
Now I know you have good memories of your grandfather. Do you have good memories of the Ford 801 Selecto Speed on his farm?
I sure do. It's a Cadillac, if you will. It has the diesel engine, very, very fuel efficient. I couldn't say it would consume half the fuel as a gas burner, but it's tremendously more efficient. The power steering, the live rear power, you know, was something that was relatively new back in that day. In the late 50s, Ford brought those enhancements around. The Selecto Speed itself, variable speed, almost like a hydrostatic, shift on the go, up and down. It has not a clutch, but what's called an inching pedal. And that's just for backing up to your implements, you know, and getting going. But once you are going, just shift up and down and you're on the move.
So what would your granddad use this tractor for back on the farm, way back when you were young?
It was primarily used for baling, for setting tobacco, for mowing, and it had a one-arm loader on it, and it's been affectionately called the one-arm bandit, and that was used, you know, to keep the stalls cleaned out. So that's what it was mainly used for.
It got some work, I know. Tell us a little bit about the sickle bar you've got it on it these days.
That sickle bar was acquired from my wife's uncle, Ginger Bergner. He is a lifetime member of this association, and I took it from him back in, that's been a couple of years ago. I wanted an attachment. I'm trying to get a trend going here. So it worked out good. I like the look of it. That tractor also was used, you know, to mow a lot of hay, you know, in the day. So it fits. It fits really well for the history of that machine.
Tell me what it's like what's the feeling like when you drive the Ford 801 Selecto Speed around?
Well, my grandfather was my best friend. You know, as a child, he's a very reverent man, but he was always picking on me. You know, he was just a great guy. So this takes me back, you know, takes me back to those years. He left us in 2001, but, you know, every time I see that machine get on it, you know, I think of him.
When you're riding, he's kind of riding with you, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, Terry, thanks so much for sharing the story of your Ford 801 Selecto Speed.
Thanks, Brian.
Yes, sir. It's a family tradition for his family and for so many others, keeping the classic tractors that Dad or Granddad had. It's a good thing.
All right, thanks for catching Classic Tractor Fever. If you'd like to find more features on Ford, be sure to check out these other stories. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep more Classic Tractor Fever headed your way.